Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, all of you watching at home. Welcome to Shore Road. We're here live, just halfway through the second over here at Parnell Cricket Club for the first of our Men's Premier 2020 semi-finals, where the hosts Parnell Cricket Club are taking on Suburbs New Lynn. I'm delighted to say I'm joined here alongside me in the commentary booth by Aces player Graham Beggin. Graham, how are you, mate?
Good afternoon, Elliot. Good to be here. Sun's out, beautiful day at Shore Road. Two high-quality teams going head-to-head.
Sun and cricket, what more can you ask for? Now, first opinions on this game so far. Graham, which way are you leaning here?
Well, we've got two strong teams. I would say evenly matched coming into today. Both have got some high-quality players who have performed all the way through this competition. And we've got some notable names on both sides. For Suburbs, Jeet Raval in for Finn Allen. Sean Solier also out with the New Zealand 11 team. And for Parnell, we've got Nikith Pereira making a comeback and Fani de Villiers returning from injury, the big South African fast bowler ready to make impact today.
Fantastic, great to have an insight from an Aces player here. Obviously our Aces and our Hearts down in Wellington today for both of their Super Smash finals, sending all our best to them down in Wellington. We've had a bit of a rain delay started, but the Hearts are underway, so we're cheering them on in spirit from up here in Auckland. 3 overs gone is 11 for 1. And continuing from the Iraqi Bay end is number 25, Carl Brunger. New to Suburbs this year, moving across from North Shore a couple of months ago, staking his place on this Prem side.
Carl's doing a job into the wind today. For what breeze there is, he's blowing from the Shore Road end. So he's doing the job. All seamers really enjoy running into the wind, don't they, El?
So as you'll know from playing with him at North Shore, he's an experienced character. He might not have the pace he might have had a couple of years ago, but he knows what he's doing out there with the new ball.
Very effective with the new ball. He'll try and swing it up front, try and hit the stumps. They've got a slip in place here, so the effort here will be to just bowl good length ball, top of off stump. Andy Lane on strike will have a look at a few, and I'm sure he'll try to put the pressure back on Carl as soon as possible.
He certainly is a fighter. Very competitive man, Carl Brunger. He'll get up in your face, he won't let you settle early as he comes in here midway through the third over. Bowling to Andy Lane, that's a slower ball, slightly over pitch, it's been pumped down the ground, but there's a long on in place, he'll pick up just the 1 run.
Carl bowling with a long off and a deep square to Andy Lane, slip in place. Attacking options, trying to get wickets in the power play.
Yeah, I like that. They've picked up an early wicket. Man caught on the boundary in the second over. I like the fact they're going in with a slip early. They're trying to put Parnell under pressure on their home ground. If it pays off, could be a masterstroke.
Ben Ray was caught in the deep off Dane Watson in the second over. Wing up front has a more pronounced seam, giving the bowlers up front something to attack with, and then it can get a little bit softer, stopping the scores from the big boundaries from later on.
Yeah, excellent. Fantastic over again from Carl Brunger there. He's gone for just 5 from his first 2 overs. We're 3 overs in here at Parnell Cricket Club's home side, a 13 for 1. I think you make a good point there about runs on the board in a semi-final, big game. I think from a personal note, I definitely would have had a bat first today. Always good, always good. If you can set, say their pass score around 140, if these boys can get up anything above that, 150, 160, all the pressure will be on the away side. I think I'd rather have runs on the board, G.
Yeah, Parnell's bowling lineup has done the job for them. They've taken wickets, they've bowled teams out in this T20 competition, so I'm sure their big seamers will be looking to get stuck in. But having said that, Suburbs have got a batting lineup with the likes of Jeet Raval, Johnny Bassett-Graham, Michael Barry. There's some big names in there, a lot of experience. They'll be happy to chase a score of 140, I'm sure. Raj Majitha, right-hand top order batsman. He's also something class act up top. So again, evenly matched teams here, still plenty to play for.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see these two teams going at it in our first semi-final. Second semi-final, of course, between Hawick Pakuranga and Takapuna Cricket Club. excellent to see 4 of, if not the 4 best sides in the competition making it through to the finals. It really could go either way from all 4 of those teams. Howitt Pack, of course, going unbeaten in their pool, comfortably coming out top on their side. They might feel like they're favourites going into their semi-final, but Takapuna have got a very strong side group.
And always very strong at home. Dane Watson continuing with the wind, asking the right-hander to take him on to the long boundary square.
That's a nice piece of batting. Just tucked down the ground for a 1 to long on. You see what he's trying to do, eh? He's trying to get him targeting those 2 men on the boundary. Just the way he got Ben Ray, right arm round the wicket, tucking into his pads, trying to get him hitting out to that deep mid wicket, deep long on boundary fielders. Royal umpires will have to stay agile here. We've got a left hand right hand combination. Slightly different feel for the left hander. We've got a deep mid wicket and a deep cover sweeper this time, so slightly different tactics here.
These boys do play each other a lot through the season and over the years, so they know each other's strengths. They would know that Flynn perhaps likes to cut the ball, as most left-handers do, or perhaps he goes for the sweep rather than hit the ball down the ground. So Dane will give it some flight, attack the stumps, see if he can grab his team another one here.
Yeah, potentially a good and a bad thing playing each other regularly across a season. On a good hand, bowlers can pick up bunnies. Batsmen know where bowlers' strengths and weaknesses are, but vice versa, bowlers will know where batsmen are struggling throughout a season.
There's no room to hide these days. More clubs have got the live stream up. There's video footage. There's the scorecards there every week. You know who's running hot, and I'm sure there'll be a little bit of chat up there in the middle just to let each other know it's a big game. Don't want to let your team down.
Absolutely. Of course, Suburbs New Lynn joining North Shore Cricket Club with the first 2 clubs in Auckland to have a full live stream setup going at their club. Be fantastic for their boys to get themselves out there. Their games, I know in particular, has been very successful for North Shore. Dane Watson dragging that one down a little bit. I feel he's missed out a little bit there. But that brings to the end the 4th over. We're in here at Parnell Cricket on the track. He smeared that away through extra cover. He's not got all of it, but that's going to have just about enough to beat the diving fielder. Excellent effort down a long off, but that has gone for a boundary. Good signs of intent from this over, G.
Yeah, both batsmen would have had a chat and they've looked at the wicket and faced a few balls, got themselves in. I'm sure we'll see both of them try and target these next 2 overs of the power play, maximise the fielding restrictions, take a little bit of momentum into the next power play.
That's the thing, eh? They've lost the early wicket of Ben Ray, they've consolidated, they've faced a few dot balls, ticked the strike over, got themselves in, and now it looks as though a little bit of a gear change here. 7 runs coming from the first 2 balls of this Brunga 3rd over. As you say, they're looking to utilise this power play. Just the 2 fielders allowed outside the ring in the first 6, of course. Brunga comes in again, slightly back of a length. That's worked down a 3rd man. Excellent piece of fielding there. Keeps it down to just 1.
Just shows that in the power play it's not all about brute force and swinging. A nice drive through the covers there, and then dealt with the back of length ball, being able to rotate the strike. Keeps the scoreboard ticking, forces the bowler to bowl to the left hand right hand combination.
And that's poor bowling, drifting onto the pads from Carl Brunga, and that's been flicked away. Fine leg in the ring. That has raced away for another boundary. 12 runs coming from this over so far.
A little bit of finesse from Andy Lane, known for hitting a long ball straight. With the wind, he's got that option today, but they do have protection out at the long off boundary. This side, just getting a little straight there, tucking it off his pads.
You can see Carl Brunga very disappointed with himself there. Poor line with fine leg in the ring. Easy put away. Comes in again. That's a nice comeback. Full of length, tucked off his pads, just out to the sweeper at deep cover, deep mid wicket. Correction. Real statement of intent this over from the Parnell pair. 13 runs coming from the first 5 balls here. I think Carl Brunga went for just 5 from his first 2 overs. 13 already coming from this one. We've got 1 ball left, and then 1 more over in this first power play here at Parnell Cricket Club, in our first of our First of our 2020 semi-finals. The home side winning the toss and choosing to bat first. And after losing the early wicket of Ben Ray, that over has set them right back on track. 5 overs gone here at Parnell Cricket Club. The home side are 29 for 1. And we're going to have a change of bowling here to see out the first power play. From the Shore Road end, it's going to be number 24, Michael Barry. Haven't seen much of him bowl, G. Can you give us a bit of intel?
Yeah, left arm pace bowler. He's done a job for the Aces for a number of years bowling in the power play or at the death, so a wealth of experience from this end. Great guy to call on to close out the power play here. He's bowling with the wind, so he'll be happy with that option, I'm sure. And we'll see him trying to keep it nice and tight to the left-hand bat, and then maybe challenge the outside edge of Andy Lane.
Again, we're talking earlier about the importance of having experience in a bowling attack in a big game. Our top 3 bowlers here for Suburbs, you couldn't ask for much more experience.
Very successful bowling unit, some smart batting.
Have you ever tucked one into the leg side with one hand before, G?
No, I might need a little bit of advice about how to get that one right, but
I reckon he's rolled that one in from 10 feet. And a change of bowling from the Shore Road end. It's going to be Dane Watson to continue. Bowled the second over in the first power play. Went for 8 runs but picked up the big wicket of Ben Ray. Again, very experienced campaigner.
absolutely. I think both teams feel that this is a key moment in the game, going to the most experienced bowlers with Michael Barry bowling the previous over and now to Dane Watson. Bit of a tension with batsmen. Some creative shots there. Running hard, putting the fielding team under pressure.
You can see again Dane coming round the wicket. He's got a deep backward square, Carl Brunger out there. He's got a deep, slightly forward square and a deep mid wicket and a deep long on. So he's coming round the wicket, looking to force the Parnell batters to attack the leg side. And that's exactly what's happened. First ball, a sweep shot coming out. Carl Brunger sweeping up nicely down there at deep backward square just for the 1 run. Fielder's going to have to be switched on here, Jude, still with the left-hand, right-hand combination. A lot of men on the boundaries running round. Michael Barry being switched on as captain. Watching the field run round all over the place here can just show how important fielding positions and being switched on in the field can be in 2020 cricket, G.
Absolutely, it's about the details. Both teams played full days of one-day cricket yesterday, so a little bit of fatigue potentially. A neat piece of keeping there.
I'll tell you what, that's very nearly catch of the season from Suburbs wicketkeeper. Parnell batter's gone down to try and reverse lap that past short third man. The wicketkeeper's anticipated it brilliantly, dived across in front of third man and almost pulled off the catch as that one's been chipped into the leg sides, running in from the boundary, and he's taken the catch. A big moment in this game. Michael Barry wicket for just a 1 run. So G, midway through the 12th over here, we've just lost a big wicket. 73 now for 3. Which camp would you rather be sitting in right now?
I reckon honours even at the moment. We've got 3 wickets down. It hasn't been too easy to find the boundary here today. It's been a disciplined bowling attack from the Suburbs side. Some useful batting from Parnell. They've got some hitters to come. Just need one player to grab this innings by the scruff of the neck and really blow it open. We'll see how we start here.
Still Dane Watson continuing from round the wicket. Pulls up there. A little bit of mind games. Parnell captain on strike. He'll be getting a bit of chat out there. He will certainly be reminded that Suburbs are doing a very good job in the field here. As G says, very much honours even here so far. 73 for 3, midway through the 12th over here. Dane Watson continuing. They're going to have to go if they're going to want to get up towards that 140. Full toss there, swatted away out to the leg side boundary, but very well dealt with. Kept it down to 2. That's a couple of pieces of work on the boundary that saved them a couple of runs ago.
Very nice finish there from Dane, doing exactly what the captain asked. bowling to his field, picking up the wicket.
4 runs and the wicket coming from the 12th over. Parnell 75 for 3. We've got a deep cover sweeper. Third man out on the boundary. Fine leg is in the ring. We've got a man at deep square leg as well. In comes Patel again. Slightly back of a length, tucked into the offside, but well fielded. Another dot ball. Every dot ball crucial here, G.
Absolutely. Suburbs going to their 6th bowler for the innings, so again showing some depth here, even without the likes of Solia and Parnell, who've played a lot of cricket for them this season. They're showing a bit of depth in the club stuff, so Naz has bowled a fair bit of Premier cricket. Nice change of pace there. Buying himself another dot ball, excellent.
Sean Solia and Finn Allen, of course, representing the New Zealand 11 today. Fully deserving of their call-ups, but both the players would have made a big impact on this Suburb side today, eh?
Absolutely. Parnell are missing the likes of Ben Horn, Mark Chapman, Corey Anderson, Will Somerville, to name a few. Is that it? Oh, Lockie Ferguson, another notable mention, one of the peaches. And of course Suburbs new Lynn, featuring Ben Lister, Martin Guptill, Jeet Raval, who makes a comeback today, and as we mentioned, Finn Allen and Sean Solia. Am I missing anyone else? Carl Jamieson is also playing his cricket now at Suburbs, but I'm not sure if he's played a club game yet this season.
Not sure.
He's been busy on tour with the Black Caps in Australia.
He's had a fantastic season, Carl Jamieson. I was at Eden Park when he made his debut for the Aces, and he's not looked back since. On the topic of Lockie Ferguson, though, as a man who sees him regularly, how has his recovery from his injury been?
From what I understand, Lockie is fit and will be making a comeback to cricket in the next week.
I'll tell you what, anybody who is a fan of cricket, let alone New Zealand cricket, will be happy to hear that. Very exciting player, Lockie Ferguson. Anybody who can bowl at that kind of pace is going to be wanted in any side. As that's gone slammed down the ground, Carl Brunger with an effort at long on. It's just cleared him though. That's gone for the first 6 of the innings, Graham.
Great shot by Brad Rodden. Pitched up, full swing, uses the wind, and I think that's what helped just get over the long on fielder who had set himself. Brave option, but that's a bit of experience. Smart batting.
And we say it again, how many times have we said it in this innings so far? A boundary coming off the last ball, ruining what was a very good over there from Patel. 9 runs coming from it. 13 overs gone here at Parnell Cricket Club. The home side at 84 for 3. And it's going to be Dane Watson to continue from the Shaw Road end. He's going to bowl his 3rd over here, I believe. That's right, his 3rd over. He's bowled a... Absolutely common to see, definitely with younger players getting to this stage of the innings, looking in overs rather than in deliveries, as you say, Graham. Slight bit of panic, looking to play a shot that's not quite there. As that is beautifully guided away behind square on the leg side. Fine little paddle sweep, that's gone for 4.
Excellent piece of batting there from Aniket. Rather than going for the hard sweep, he just paddled it around the corner. Used the pace from Watson. Ball's trickled away towards the Hobson Bay. Boundary.
Really nicely played. Last 2 overs, a little bit of a kick up in gear again here from the Parnell pair after losing the wicket. Very sensible batting here. That one again tucked away into the leg side, but Dane Watson will chase after his own bowling and keep that just down to 1. Last ball of the 14th over coming up here. 9 runs coming from this one as the previous one. Parnell well on their way to working up towards a score of around 140, which we stated earlier would be around par on this ground. Anything over that I think will definitely be a very competitive total today. And again, slightly fuller, again tucked away into the leg side. That'll just be the single to finish off the 14th over. 10 runs coming from it. Home side Parnell 94 for 3. As you see, the Parnell pair having a little chat there in the middle in between overs. They'll be reminding each other they've still got 6 overs to go here in this first innings. Plenty of time. The run rate's not too bad. They've got wickets in hand. they'll be looking to go for another 50-60 runs in the next 6 overs, G.
I'm sure we'll see the batsmen start to target this boundary with the wind.
Yeah, we've still got 2 men out straight, but as seen in the taking on Howick Pakurunga at the Onawa Domain. Takapuna batting first. They are currently 102 for 3 midway through the 14th over. Schlanders and Van Vuren unbeaten on 27 and 17 respectively. So they got off to a rocket of a start, but Howick Pakurunga getting themselves back into that game. As we see a leg by here back at Parnell. Both games throwing up similar scores as we sit here. It's going to be a fascinating second 2/3 of these semi-finals. Don't go anywhere if you're watching back home. We're going to see some fireworks, especially here at Parnell Cricket Club. That one tucked away down to long on. At some point in the next 10-15 minutes, these batters are going to have to start picking up the run rate, G.
Yeah, again, very good over here so far from Michael Berry. Kept it tight, bowling into the batsman's thigh guard. A lot of skill and accuracy goes into this under pressure. He'll know what's at stake here.
Better change in the field as well. Mid-wicket back to the boundary as third man has come up into the ring. And again, that's fantastic bowling from Michael Barry, spearing in a Yorker there to finish off the 15th over. 4 runs coming from that. Parnell 98 for 3. There's 5 overs to go here at Parnell Cricket Club in the first of our 2 men's Premier 2020 semi-finals here. Parnell, of course, winning the toss, choosing to bat first after losing the early wicket of Ben Ray. They'll be fairly happy with where they're sitting. 98 for 3 after 15 overs. They've got 5 overs left here. Don't go anywhere if you're watching back home. This is going to be an exciting chase. And it's going to be Mitch Murray to return from the Shaw Road end. He's bowled a fantastic spell so far, as he's got a cover sweeper out. Fine leg in the ring, even after seeing that little paddle sweep go for 4 in the previous over. We've got 2 men out straight, man out at deep mid wicket and a man way behind square on the leg side. No, dots and ones will do just fine for Suburbs here. Again, tucked away into the offside for another run. They'll be thinking as long as they can keep boundaries down, they'll be with a very good chance of making their way to the Eden Park Outer Oval for the final. Murray to finish the over, and a bit of a shocker, a big full toss. That was swatted away out to deep mid wicket, but well dealt with on the boundary. Super bit of fielding, fantastic throw in as well, straight over the top of the bails at the bowler's end. The Parnell pair come back for 2. 8 runs coming from that over. 106 for 3, Parnell are. And a change bowling again from the Hobson Bay end. It's going to be number 21 Patel to continue again. Went for 8 from his first over. That big 6 down the ground, just beating Carl Brunger's head, coming off the last ball of his previous over.
What's up? Gotten away with it. Rodden perhaps.
I would say not worth it now. We'll keep doing that. Yeah. This thing's up. That was swatted away out to the leg side. Michael Barry cleaning it up. Just another single. Nicely flicked away off his pads there. Man running round a deep square leg, but it'll be Fine Leg who picks it up. Another 2.
Again, the left-hand, right-hand combination, challenging the bowler to be very accurate with his line and length. Just a bit of a hush around the ground at the moment. Sense the anticipation from supporters, anxiously waiting for a big finish here.
Yeah, you can definitely see both these sides desperately want to make their way to the final. Both of them looking pretty measured though, as you say. Both teams will be fairly happy with where they're at so far. 3 runs came from that over, 17 overs gone. Parnell 109 for 3. We've got 3 to go left here in the first innings at Short Road. The home side Parnell winning the toss, choosing to bat first. 109 for 3 from 17 overs.
At this late stage of the game, every run counts.
It's going to be Mitch Murray to bowl his final over here in the 18th over. That one slightly back of a length, slammed down the ground, long off, will pick that up, and it will be just a single. Ollie Pringle going deep in the crease, trying to cut that away through the offside. He's got a thick outside edge, and that has raced away. Carl Brunger at short third man, not able to get to that. That is another boundary.
We've had a number of boundaries run away to that part of the ground. Batsman looking to hit the ball square, finding the outside half. They seem to have found more boundaries down the ground, trying to hit into the wind than the other way around.
Again, that one chipped down the ground. Another single to Ollie Pringle. Pardon the rhyme.
Batsman looking to force the score, take charge of the game.
It's one of those moments, isn't it? If that goes 10 metres over his head, everyone's clapping. This occasion, it doesn't quite reach. And he's lost his wicket. Mitch Murray continuing here. The dot ball. He's looking to close out his spell. It's been a fantastic exhibition of left arm bowling. As Ollie Pringle down the track, and he's been mis-stumped. I can't believe what I've just seen. What a catastrophe from the Suburbs wicketkeeper. Ollie Pringle halfway down the wicket, turning around, walking off back to his, pretty much walking off back to his dugout, and the wicketkeeper has fumbled the ball, and in taking the bails off has dropped it and has disturbed the stumps with his gloves without the ball in them, Graham.
Yeah, well, from a pretty flawless fielding effort, it's the first mistake there. Good presence of mind from Ollie to not give up and walk off. He was looking straight at the umpire, and who shook his head and walked back to his ground. Wicketkeeper, for a change, had nothing to say.
I'll tell you what, Ollie Pringle, a key player for the Parnell attack. He's got 2 overs left to do some damage here. That could be a very, very costly miss for Suburbs. With the stumping in at the end of Mitch Murray's previous over, back-to-back sixes. This is swinging here. Do not go anywhere if you're watching back home. Ollie Pringle goes again. Has he got this one? Man on the rope. He takes the catch. That one not quite clearing. He's looked to go again, Ollie Pringle. For half a second, it looked as though it might have carried again, but an excellently judged catch down there at deep mid wicket. So, an exciting couple of minutes here at Parnell Cricket Club. Ollie Pringle providing some great entertainment, but he's holed out to deep mid wicket. The 6th wicket going down now.
Well, there were a few smiles being exchanged from the Suburbs players. I think one of the more relieved players in the park will be Carl Brunger, who put him down the previous ball. And Mitch Murray, the bowler in the previous over, who had to just fetch one over his head a minute ago, has taken the catch, claimed the wicket for his captain Michael Barry. And just as Ollie Pringle knocks off Fani de Villiers, can also hit a long ball, stride to the crease.
Beyond, keeper a free throw at the stumps, and he has missed. Will Suburbs rue these missed opportunities? 129 for 7 here from 19 overs. We're going into the last one here. Don't go anywhere. There's going to be fireworks in this one.
Final over here. It doesn't take a genius to predict what's going to happen. Fani de Villiers yet to face a ball on strike against Carl Brunger, who's going to bowl his final over. With the wind behind him, Safani will be looking to hit towards Shore Road into the breeze.
Yeah, Brunger bowling his first 3 overs in the power play. Went for just 5 from his first 2, but then going for 14 in his third. So he'll be looking for a strong finish here. And I think you're right, G. Down the ground, look to hit the ball long and straight. It's got to be the way for the Parnell attack. They'll be looking for at least 11 or so from this. They're wanting to get up to that magic 140 mark. That'll be a big psychological boost for the home side here if they can get up to 140 odd. Anything over that will be a bonus from this stage. So we've got a man out on the deep cover boundary. We've got a deep square leg, fine leg and third man both in the ring. A man back at deep mid wicket and 2 men out straight. Captain Michael Barry putting himself at long off on the key positions. As Carl Brunger comes in here to start off. And well bowled, drilled down the ground. Good full length, unable to get under it to get the height he wanted. He's timed it well, but it's just going to be a single.
We expect Brunger to keep it nice and simple here. Just hit the hole, force the batsman to create length or show some creativity. Maybe perhaps the scoop over 45 to use the wind. We've got a wicketkeeper on strike and they are known to do some funny things, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I think with you say there, Carl Brunger not going to look to do anything particularly flash. Look to hit the hole. I think getting down and ramping with the wind, fine leg and third man both in the ring. I think that's a definite boundary option. As he looks to do it, swing and a miss. You can see third man there, Sam Devereux, trying to get round and anticipate it. The ball was there for the shot though, G. Full of length, any bat on that. Beat the wicketkeeper, you're going to get 4 runs. It'll race away down here towards the Hobson Bay end. But it's a great start to the over from Carl Brunger. Just the 1 run from his first 2 deliveries. 130 for 7 here, home side Parnell. They'll be looking for a strong finish here. Brunger coming in again for the 3rd ball of this final over. Sliced away, that'll just be another single. Really good experience bowling here from Carl Brunger. Giving his team a great opportunity here. It's been a good start to the over. He'll need to make sure he finishes strong. If he can get away from this over with 5 or 6 runs, that'll be a big psychological boost for the away side.
Absolutely. Anyone who watched the Aces semi-final game will know that anything can happen right down to the last few balls. These runs are crucial.
And as we said, a big full toss comes in, but it's been swung away to long on. They're going to try and come back for 2. He's gone to the keeper's end. They like it, and he has been run out. A big throw of the bat from the Parnell batsman. He's not happy. Fantastic throw from the fielder down at long on. And again, just the 1 run. And the wicket, they've lost their 8th now. 132 for 8 Parnell. After back-to-back 6s in the previous over from Ollie Pringle, the away side are reining this in nicely. 2 balls left here, going to be difficult to get up to the 140 mark now.
Excellent piece of fielding there from Jeet Raval. He's done the yards today from long off to long on, end to end for him all day. Good pick up, long throw straight over the stumps. Keeper makes no mistake this time to see the back of Fani de Villiers. Excellent work.
Yeah, just 2 balls remaining here at Shore Road. Even 1 boundary would be absolute gold dust for the home side here. Carl Brunger continuing here. It's been a fantastic final over. 3 runs and the wicket from it so far. He's looked to ramp it. Is he going to try and get the run out? He's running it towards the stumps and he has beaten him. Little 5-10 metre foot race. Carl Brunger wins it. Excellent work from the veteran. And now it's back-to-back run-outs in this final over. Another dot ball as well, Graham Beggin. Not going to plan for the home side here in the last over. of their innings. 132 for 9 now, the home side. Last ball coming up here. They'll be looking for a big finish.
Yep, Ratnaz looking to show some skills. Well bowled from Brunga again, who hit him on the pad and had the presence of mind to run the ball in with the run out at his end. Decided to do it himself, keep the keeper out of it this time.
You can't blame the batsman for attempting the shot. Like we said before, any bat on that and he will get a boundary, but class and experience of the veteran Brunga prevailing. Superb final over so far. He'll be hoping he can close out here with a dot or a single and walk off the park. Probably favourites, G. He comes in there, he hits that length again. It's going to be a hat-trick of run-outs.
Unbelievable.
And it is a team hat-trick to finish the innings. 20 overs completed here at Parnell Cricket Club. The home side, after winning the toss and batting first, have been bowled out for 132. Carl Brunga with a fantastic last over. Just the 3 runs and a hat-trick of run-outs coming from the final 3 deliveries. Suburbs New Lynn, they will feel they've got the upper hand here at the halfway stage of this first Men's Premier 2020 semi-final. Graham Beggan, fantastic first innings. Suburbs probably feel they're on top here for the second half of this game.
What's wrong with this phone?
Well, the green light and all that works, but I've got no connection and then it was 3 minutes to just turn off. But it wasn't full battery. Yeah, so it was right at the 20 minutes or 2 minutes.
Elliot, how you going, mate?
How are you?
Happy New Year.
Dan, you tell me, my friend.
How do you wear it?
Yeah, just sure. How did the Hearts go?
Yeah.
Did they get it?
There should be a second Parnell pop-up.
Yeah.
I had the umbrella at
suspect, and look, to be honest, I'm only guessing, from what you've told me what that thing's doing, I suspect that the Wi-Fi device is faulty. Go down and have a look at that one and see if that one's doing anything different.
And we're live. Welcome back to Shore Road here, home of Parnell Cricket Club, the home side of the first of today's Men's Premier 2020 semi-finals. Home side Parnell Cricket Club taking on Suburbs new Lynn. Parnell winning the toss and choosing to bat first. They were bowled out for 132 off the last delivery of their 20 overs. However, runs on the board in a semi-final. Pressure all on the Suburbs batsmen. Parnell with a very, very good bowling and fielding attack. It's going to be number 21, Ollie Pringle, to take the new ball for the home side. And opening the batting for Suburbs is number 16, Raj Majita, and number 31, Jeet Raval. The groundsmen make their way off the wicket. We're getting ready to start this second innings of our first 2020 semi-final. Second semi-final, of course, taking place over at the Onuwa Domain. Takapuna Cricket Club taking on Howick Pakuranga. Takapuna batting first there. Yet to see what their total was from their 20 overs, but the scores wouldn't have been too similar to what we've seen here.
Parnell, rather, would have wanted in this second half of the game.
This game is swinging left, right and all over the place. Both teams taking ascendancy at various stages of this game so far, but that is a serious swing in the favour of the home side Parnell. Ollie Pringle, a superb member of this team, very, very important with both bat and ball, and he is delivering here. Runs with the bat and now wickets in the first over, putting the away side under immediate pressure, bringing captain Michael Barry to the crease as he comes in wearing number 24 on his back, batting at number 3. Exactly the start the home side would have been looking for. Fantastic reaction from the crowd as well. Just starting to build a little bit here at Shore Road. They've gone potty for that wicket.
Ollie choosing to operate with a fine leg and deep square, a slip in place, third man up, just one in the covers.
And again we see here an early wicket in both innings and then a slip placed in straight away. I like it. It's good positive intent from the bowling side. Ollie Pringle coming in again, slightly back of length, just tucked off his hip, that one from captain Michael Barry. The first runs of these Suburbs innings.
Facing up now, Jeet Raval. Had a long stint, the Black Caps side. Had a hit yesterday in some club cricket to get his eye in. And now in for the big moment under pressure here. His team will be asking him to deliver.
Yeah, difficult time probably for Jeet Raval. As mentioned, he's been in and out of the Black Cap setup. He's had a difficult run of it in the test side. Now lost his place to Tom Blundell, who's come in and done very well. So Jeet Raval back playing club cricket, as we say. He'll have a point to prove here. He'll be looking to step up for his side in the big game. Semi-final, he'll want to help take his side through to Eden Park. On a confident start, walking down at Ollie Pringle, that one coming straight off the middle of the bat. And just as we say that, Ollie Pringle beats the outside edge. Beautiful bowling. This is a superb first over. Parnell well on top here so far.
Jeet Raval, high quality batsman, experienced top of the order, of course, so he'll be understanding these conditions, trying to show some intent, just figure out what the best way to go here is. Great little contest here with Ollie Pringle, who's played some quality Premier cricket over his time and some A cricket for Auckland. Big matchup here.
Yeah, slight change in the field as well. Is deep square leg has gone back to just behind square. Long on coming in, fine leg going back as well. But Raval just tucking that one off his hip for another single. 2 runs and the wicket of Raj Majita coming from the first over. Very much going the way of the home side. Parnell, Ollie Pringle, fantastic start for his side. Suburbs chasing 133 for the victory. They are 2 for 1.
Crucial. Important the start in that innings. Really sets the standard for the boys. Gets everyone to rushing duty a little bit there. Umpire not having a bar of it. Very enthusiastic appeal from all the Parnell players, no doubt. Asking the question and hoping one goes their way.
You can guarantee in a semi-final with runs on the board, anything that hits the pads, they're going to explode for. Michael Barry on strike here. Tucking that off his pads, but straight to the man. That's another dot ball. Parnell well up here in these first opening exchanges.
Ratnaz not giving either of these left-handers any width, keeping it tight into the pads. Fine leg and deep squares protection.
Both this opening pair will know though that they have plenty of time in this innings. 130, 132 correction, not a big score. They know they've got a little bit of time to build a partnership here, nudge the ball around, find the boundaries later in the day. Good piece of cricket, a lovely shot from Michael Barry, but an equally good bit of fielding from the man there at mid-wicket, keeping that down to another dot. Crucial here that the home side Parnell make the most of the first power play with as many dot balls as possible.
Absolutely, Andy Lane winding back the clock there. Neat piece of fielding, some good athleticism. You'll feel that one in the morning.
Yeah, again, both these sides showing just how much they want to reach the Eden Park Outer Oval for the final of this Men's Premier 2020 competition. Banged in there, pulled away off the splice, but landing comfortably short of the man at deep square leg. So Jeet Raval back on strike here to close out the second over. Firmly driven down the ground, but another dot ball. That one beating the wicketkeeper. So 2 runs coming from the second over. Suburbs in reply to Parnell's 132 all out. They are 4 for 1. Ollie Pringle continuing here from the Hobson Bay end. He's been outstanding in this game so far for Parnell. Catching the outside edge of Michael Barry. Michael Barry there, that one running away through backward point and third man for 2 runs. Big man steaming in there, trying to get his Lionel Messi finish on. Not quite getting the connection on that one, G.
Jeet Raval smartly off the mark, makes his ground. Scampers through.
I was expecting Ollie Pringle to put that bottom corner. He scuffed it, didn't he? Sent it well wide. Sent it well wide. He'll have to go back to the drawing board, working on his footy skills over the winter, but right now his cricket skills are looking pretty impressive as he comes in again, midway through the third over here. And that one swung away from Jeet Raval. There's a man out there, confident looking shot, but it's just another single. Pressure right on this Suburbs pair here early in their reply to Parnell's 132 all out. Ollie Pringle well on top of this.
Ollie's looking to still pitch it up here with a slip in place, deep square for that ball that gets into it's a bit shorter, and a long one in place, mindful of the wind.
And with that long on in place, he's looked to come down the ground. Michael Barry, he's timed it pretty well, but he's hit it straight at mid-off. He's been comfortably taken, and that is a huge blow to the away side. Captain Michael Barry looking to use the wind, as G just mentioned, going over mid-off's head, but he slapped it straight at him. And a crucial breakthrough here for the home side Parnell. They've picked up 2 wickets in the first 3 overs of this first 2020 semi-final. Ollie Pringle on fire.
Brad Rodden makes no mistake at mid-off, takes the catch, sends Michael Barry off the park for not many this morning.
Midway through the third over of this reply, the away side Suburbs, an absolute nightmare start for them, chasing 133 for the win. They are 7 for 2. And a new man in for Suburbs, wearing number 23 on his back and coming in at 4. It's Tristan Pale. A long way back for the Suburbs away side here. This pair will need to consolidate. They've got to build a partnership, G.
Absolutely. As mentioned earlier, Parnell missing in this lineup today. A lot of runs from him throughout this campaign. Suburbs are going to need someone to step up here. Going to need a knock of some substance.
The stage is set for Jeet Raval. Back into club cricket, a point to prove. He'll be looking to take his side home here. Ollie Pringle, very impressive, continuing again. Hitting the bat hard, he's bowling a heavy length. Another dot ball. Superb first 3 overs from the Parnell side here.
They would have got together at the halftime break and made sure that they came out fighting, starting well. I'm sure the captain and coach would have said to make this one score of 130 feel like a lot more. It's a home ground, they're not going to go away, and they've certainly done that with a start.
Absolutely, and an update from the Basin Oval down in Wellington, where our Hearts have been taking on the Wellington Blaze. They have unfortunately lost their final. Rain delay forcing them to just a 7 over a side game. Wellington Blaze posting 82 for 1 in their 7 overs. The Hearts falling well short. So congratulations to the Wellington Blaze. They've been outstanding throughout the Women's Super Smash 2020 competition, and they are your well-deserved winners. And commiserations to the Hearts. They did extremely well to get through to the final. Anna Peterson and her team can feel very proud of their achievements getting through to their final. But congratulations to the Blaze. They are your 2020 Dream 11 Super Smash Women's 2020 winners.
And anything in the air so far has been caught.
And now they've got the new man on strike, G.
Yeah, Tristan's been wrapped on the gloves a few times to balls that have bounced up. Ratner has a different style of bowler. Uses his angle of delivery to attack the stumps, attack the pads.
And again, superb athleticism in the ring from the Parnell attack. Keeping that down to another dot ball. You can tell the home side really want to win this one. They've got their fans behind them playing at home. The sun is out and they can taste victory.
Still a long way to go here. Jeet Raval stepping down the wicket. Just have a calming word with his partner.
He looks to work that away, squirted away over the offside. Not sure that was where he was originally aiming, but a little slice of luck for Tristan Pale there. Gets away with it, no one out at cover, so we'll come back for a 2. Much needed runs at this stage for the away side Suburbs. It's been a fantastic opening spell from the Parnell openers. And one of them, Ollie Pringle, coming into the ring here. Third man coming into the ring, fine leg going back. And a deep square leg in position as well. Those are our 2 men allowed outside the ring in the first 6 overs.
Kept a slip in place, looking to be attacking.
Parnell know now that one more wicket in this power play will go a long, long way to putting them well on top of winning this game. So I like it. I like the slip in place. There's no need to be too defensive at each. And the biggest over of the innings so far for the away side Suburbs. 4 runs coming from that one. It's 11 for 2. Another 2. Good start to this over from Suburbs. This might be the start of a little bit of a momentum back into their innings.
Well, Parnell took 4 5th over in the first innings. The last of the power play with the wind. Both batsmen will continue to be positive. Again, looking to put pressure back on the Peaches bowlers. You see a slip come out, a cover sweeper go in. Tristan's been happy to stay leg side of the ball, try and work it through the offside field. Got a deep square in place and a cover sweeper. Short third man, short fine leg. Both fielders straight and the wing.
Big top edge there, going down towards fine leg. Fine leg in the ring. Tristan Pale on the pull. Again, gets away with it. He's had a couple of splices of the bat landing safe. So he's riding his luck, but he's still out there. Another run onto the total. In comes Fisher again to finish his over. Nicely whipped away from Jeet Raval, but there's a man out there, it would just be the one. 8 runs so far from the 5th over. Suburbs 19 for 2. This has been the over that they've needed to really kickstart their innings, G.
Absolutely, and some nice shots from both batsmen. Just letting the ball come on, finding the middle. You feel like they're only 1 or 2 shots away from really getting into the groove. Starting to have a say here. Just as the Peaches were looking good, Suburbs seem to get a wicket. We'll see if it happens the other way around in this innings.
Both comfortably over 6 foot. Getting the ball down at reasonable pace. Putting the Suburbs pair under good pressure. Tristan Pale having a look round at the field here, seeing where his options are. 2 men out, fine leg and deep square leg. And again, De Villiers drifting onto the pads. That one's been tucked away down to fine leg just for a nice comfortable single. Tristan Pale looking like he's just starting to get into his groove here.
A few nice shots around the ground. Interesting that Parnell favoured seam bowlers throughout the power play. Suburbs used spin very effectively in their first 6 and first 10 overs. So slight different tactics, going to their skills. Finally back from injury here, making a comeback in this final. He'll be wanting to do well.
It's been interesting working through this tournament, seeing the way that home sides attack the opening power play when they're bowling. We've done games at Grafton and Ellerslie where we've seen the whole first 6 overs by the home sides being bowled by spin, and to great effect. To be fair, we did a game at Vic Park of Grafton taking on Cornwall, and Grafton bowled 19 of 20 overs with spin. So home side advantage definitely playing a factor here for the Peaches. As you say, all overs in the power play being bowled by pace, and so far it's looking like it's paying off. And there's an outside edge. Jeet Raval's not happy. He looks at the umpire in disgust. He's leaning on his bat. He's making his way off now. He's tried to run that down to third man in the ring. Any bat on that, and that is racing away for 4. But the wicketkeeper was convinced the bowler's gone up early, and the finger has gone up, and another crucial wicket goes down for Suburbs. It's one of the danger men for them, Jeet Raval. He's been dismissed, caught behind, off the bowling of de Villiers. Suburbs now 23 for 3.
Absolutely no DRS here, GD. He's got to take the umpire's word, and off he goes. Looks disappointed, but a crucial wicket again for the Peaches, just as this partnership was forming. Seems to be the theme of the day.
I suppose for Jeet Raval, in his mind there, possibly a chance he might have hit the floor, maybe. Trying to run it down, bat low to the ground. If there was anything that a sound might have been, it might have been the bat maybe hitting the floor, but the umpire 2 for 1 through their power play, so they were 9 runs ahead and 2 wickets in hand, which could play a massive role coming into the back end of this innings, G.
Absolutely. Peaches in control of the game so far.
It's going to be Josh Fisher to continue from the Hobson Bay end. 5 men allowed outside the rope now, so we've got, outside the ring, correction, so we've got 2 men back straight, long on, long off, in place, a man down at deep cover, 3rd man in the ring, fine leg is out, and a man down at deep square leg. So a fairly standard field here for Josh Fisher as he comes in. Decent enough first over, 9 runs coming from it, but not badly bowled at all. That one pumped down the ground for a nice comfortable single from Tristan Pale. He's looked good. A lot of the hopes of the away side will be resting on his shoulders now. Big pressure game, final at the Eden Park Outer Oval, up for grabs for the winner of these 2 sides. Of course, our second semi-final going on today at the Onawa Domain, the home of Takapuna Cricket Club. They take on Howick Pakuranga in the second semi-final. Takapuna batting first in that one.
Both scorecards will be available to you on the Auckland Cricket app.
And speaking of the Auckland Cricket app, we have it up here. Takapuna making 163 for 6 from their 20 overs. Top score of 74 not out from the young South African Schlanders, who is having a fantastic season. He's doing really well since he's come over here at the back end of last season. Useful knocks all round. Van Vuren making 24, Beecroft 26, Will O'Donnell making 24 at the top of the innings as well. So 163 for 6 the home side have made, and Howick in return are currently 28 for 2 midway through the 5th over. Walsh and McEwen both dismissed early, so Barnard and Morrison in now on 11 and 6 respectively. They've got a long way to go to get back into that game. So both home sides looking dominant in these semi-finals here in the Men's Premier T20 competition.
Of course, that semi-final is a replay of last year's final at Eden Park, so there'll be a new winner this year potentially if Taka knock over Howick today. Suburbs no stranger to finals cricket in the T20 form. They've been very successful.
Bit of indecision there down at the mid-wicket boundary. Ollie Pringle getting in the way there. Number 28 trying to throw the ball in. Bit of a laugh for the crowd. Relieve some of the tension that's going on here at Shaw Road. Josh Fisher to continue. He's banged that one in short, but he's going to get away with it. Tuck down the fine leg will just be the one. Tristan Bell moving the sight screen about here. Difficult down here at Parnell as the sight screen is on a little bit of a hill. Moving around occasionally, making sure he's got it in the perfect position. Josh Fisher to continue. He's banged that one in short and it's been swatted away beautifully. He's picked that up early, banged well in short. He's whacked it away over mid-wicket. There on the leg side boundary was far too square to have any chance of cutting that off. That's a great end to the 7th over. 8 runs coming from it. The away side 31 for 3.
Ball swept well out to deep square. We saw Aniket bat similarly to the left arm bowler in the first innings, trying to help the ball up to deep backward. In this case, just up there for 1.
Nice bowling from Pereira. A little bit of air on that one, mixing his pace up nicely.
He's bowling left arm around the wicket, which you don't see too often to the left-handed batsman. Perhaps not looking too much for the LBW or bowl dismissal, rather just keep it nice and tight, close down one side of the wicket.
As mentioned just at the start of this innings, Graham having words with the Suburbs bowlers. Not a lot of spin out there.
No, they just held up a touch on the surface. They'll be using the wind and the dimensions to their advantage, but he's bowling a nice slow pace through the air, not giving the batsman an opportunity to score behind the wicket too easily. This has been a very handy start in this first over.
Yeah, as you say, tossing the ball up a fraction, giving it a bit of air, allowing Murray to come down and take him down the ground if he into the wind. So Pereira and his captain prepared to take.
It's not something you expect as a batsman.
No, Tristan Pale here showing signs of pain. He went down quickly. Just getting a drink of water here while the game stops. You can see Ollie Pringle there trying to show that the ball struck him a little bit lower, but the no ball has been called, so it will be a free hit when play resumes. Tristan Pale just getting looked at by the physio there. He looks like he's okay. He'll probably continue. His helmet's coming back on. He's going to be fit to carry on, G. That was a nasty delivery though. Like you said, not expecting that as a batsman. De Villiers probably looking for a Yorker block hole length delivery there, getting it all wrong. Probably lucky to get away with it in terms of a boundary, but probably the right call from the umpire for a no ball.
Well, there is video evidence, so if anyone wants to go back and have a look, we'll see what comes from that. But the umpire's warned the bowler. If it wasn't above waist high, the batsman's milked it and got the result that he needed. So it's a free hit. Field can't change. It's got fine leg, deep square, big gap at mid wicket, long on, long off, and a cover sweeper. Third man's up.
Here we go then, G. Where are you going?
I think Finey will probably go whole here.
Length.
Then
That one banged in again. An early pull shot. It's caught the glove. It's wrong-footed the wicket-keeper, and it's for 4. So the free hit helping the away side Suburbs.
This ball will tell us a little bit about Finey's presence of mind. Nicely
Fires
bowled.
that one in at the pads. Good Yorker length. Little inside edge on that one, I think. It'll just be a run. Joint biggest over so far for the Suburbs innings. 9 runs so far from this over. We've still got a couple of deliveries left. 42 for 3 Suburbs currently. Just starting to edge their way back into this game. They've still got a lot of work to do. They're going to need a big second half of their innings, but they're just starting to find their groove here. And that one slightly back of length's been swung away over the leg side. He's not got a hold of it. 3 men converge on it. The man at deep square leg has picked it up first. And they'll come back for 2. More runs to the over for Suburbs. 11 from it now. Still 1 ball to come. Graham, this might be the the over of that swings this game.
These 2 batsmen have just consolidated, found the odd boundary. Hasn't all been convincing, but they're doing a job here. That's a bit more authoritative there. Over cover into the pocket at deep extra cover. and an easy run too.
A very experienced campaigner to the crease.
Absolutely, a bit of pedigree here. A player coach, a lot of experience. No, not today. Spends a fair bit of his time just coaching these days where needed plays. Played some high-level cricket in the past. Got a few aces games under his. Again, both teams no shortage of experience. Mitchell Murray opting to use it early in the over. Low pace. Pereira's bowling it, trying to get down to it. Still can't find a way through.
It's really skillful bowling from Pereira. He's taking the pace off, mixing his length up really well. You can see Murray trying to come down at him again there, just not getting to the pitch of the ball. Nicely held from Pereira. You see Murray looking like he might be getting slightly frustrated, just having a word with his rotating the strike, G.
Absolutely, just another very handy over there from Pereira. Two runs off the bat and a wide.
4 runs.
4 runs off that over.
Yeah, halfway stage of this second innings of our men's T20 competition. 4 runs coming from the 10th over. Pereira bowling that one with his left arm spin. He's gone for just 6 from his 2 overs from the shore end. Suburbs 51 for 4 here in reply to the home side Parnell's 132 all out. They won the toss and chose to bat. We decided a par score's probably somewhere around 140 odd. So Parnell falling just short of a par score. However, key early breakthroughs. Ollie Pringle was fantastic with the new ball and he's been backed up well by his fellow bowlers. Foot very much on the neck of the Suburbs batting lineup. This is going to be De Villiers to continue again. His previous over had fireworks.
Great work off the fence there by Flynn. McGregor sumped up. Saves the overthrow. Barney bashing away at length, asking the batsman to take him on back over his head. It's been a area for the fielders. Team catches down the ground.
That one banged in by De Villiers. Bassett Graham leans back trying to ramp that one over the keeper's head, just trying to guide it. The wicket keeper going up for a caught behind, but the umpire having none of it. So just another dot ball. Confident appeal from the keeper. As a fellow keeper, though, I can tell you, when you know a batsman's hit it, you know it would have been a lot more confident than that if there was a little tickle off the glove on that one. Just trying to buy a wicket there. And again banged in short. Lovely bowling. He's got his height just right. Back-to-back dot balls. Pressure very much on Bassett Graham here.
An aggressive option without the third man. They now make the change with log on coming in to the ring and third man being sent up. Again, probably suggesting the pitch is quickened up a little. Finally doing a job banging it into the length, into the wind.
Yeah, the sun is beaming down on us here at Parnell Cricket Club. Maybe just hardening the pitch out a little bit as this game's gone along. That one just tucked off the pad for another single. And a nice crowd starting to form here at Shore Road. Parnell Cricket Club, very popular around these parts. Part of the local community, and the people are coming down here to cheer their team on.
Take it deep at this stage. They were only 71 for 2 at the end of the 11th. So testament to the Peaches players. Suburbs just not able to replicate that. Finding a boundary, getting out. But again, some good bowling, good field settings. Peaches doing the work here.
Sorry, rolled his ankle yesterday, so this guy's coming to replace him. I don't know who this guy is either.
And the new man in for Suburbs, coming in at 7, wearing number 7 on his back, is AD. He's facing his first ball here. He just goes big first ball. He slammed it down the ground. A fantastic effort at long on. Can't quite see from our angle here. It's been signalled 4 by the umpire, so a chance for a catch, but AD going big first ball. 2 men back straight. He's taken him on. Brave option first ball. He's just about got away with it. Fingertip save round the post from David De Gea down there at long on. Can't quite see who the fielder is from here. It was a very good effort, but he's just not quite got his fingers round it. Just didn't stick. And it's gone 4-4. And then the old coach's favourite, a boundary followed by a single. Nice piece of cricket. And yet again, this game flows, Graham. Wickets followed by boundaries, followed by eventful moments.
That's it. Beautiful stop. Overpitched, took it on into the wind. We haven't seen a lot of that today. Got enough of it.
Brave option. Very well bowled from Pereira. Again, mixing his pace up well. That one coming through just a little bit quicker. Nearly skidding through the defences of Bassett Graham. He's been superb for his side today, Parnell, has Pereira. And that one just coming off the cue end of his bat, going for a sweep too early on it. Quick reactions from the wicketkeeper. And another dot ball. That run rate is rising with every delivery here for Suburbs. Gee, I'm going to be careful about my predictions from here, because after that fantastic Aces performance the other night down in Otago, anything can happen in 2020 cricket.
Anything can happen. It'll need something special. Parnell seem to have this game in hand at this stage. Got a lot of depth to their bowling. There are no holes in that attack.
10 runs coming from the 11th over and the wicket. So the away side, Suburbs, sitting at 61 for 5 after 11 overs. 10 runs and 3 wickets behind the home side at this stage in their innings. So Parnell very much on top here, but Suburbs not a million miles away. 72 more runs required from the final 9 deliveries, 9 overs, beg your pardon. That one banged in again, it's been swatted away, it's high. Man running back there at mid-wicket, he's taken a fantastic catch. Looking into the sun, running over his shoulder. The man running in from the boundary might not have had time to get there. He called it early, he committed to taking the catch, and a big moment again, he has taken it. Suburbs lose their 6th.
The short ball has been great for finding de Villiers today. He's persisted with it. Asked the batsman to take it on to this long square boundary. Another miss-hit and a very good catch from Andy Lane over his shoulder.
And an interesting innings from AD comes to an end. 5 runs from 3 balls. But he is holed out. Suburbs now 61 for 6.
Dane Watson, the incoming batsman. Scored a maiden Premier 100 this year. One of the club stalwarts. Everyone enjoys his successes.
Yeah, very popular man, and he's been a fantastic servant of Suburbs New Lynn for many years now. And if there's any time where he can step up and help his team out, he's going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat here. Just 4 wickets remaining for Suburbs. Still 72 more runs required for victory. Parnell now within touching distance of that final at the Eden Park Outer Oval, which would be a fantastic achievement for them. Been a while since they've been in a domestic 2020 final. They missed out the last couple of years. Howick Pakuranga winning last season, and North Shore taking it the season before that. That one been carved away first ball from Dane Watson. just a single out to deep cover. He's off the mark straight away.
I don't think Dane's reputation around the cricket scene is going to do him much good here. Finally looking to blow his toes out of his boots, or get one up around the lid, welcome him to the crease.
Nose and toes, Graham, nose and toes.
Been wrong before, but
well, I think in your many years of fast bowling experience, G, I think you're bang on, and you are bang on. That one banged in, short and wide, missed out by Johnny Bassett-Graham. Another dot ball, that run rate escalating. We don't have Wasp available with us here today, but if we did, I reckon 80% Parnell.
So what is Duckworth Lewis?
Duckworth Lewis. Do we have Duckworth Lewis? Camera team. We've had rain down in Wellington today, but we've had no rain up here in Auckland. Beautiful blue skies here. A little bit windy, but certainly no chance of Duckworth Lewis playing a part in this game. As Asin banged in again, he's been top edged again into the leg side, and he's landed short. A little bit of luck there for Johnny Bassett-Graham, for Dane Watson, beg your pardon. And again, De Villiers, nose and toes, very effective, banging that one in. Just holding up in the wind. I reckon if the wind was with him, that might have carried to the man on the boundary. So Dane Watson getting a life there early in his innings. 2 quick kills for the Suburbs middle order. He's gone for just 2 runs this over. And of course the big wicket. You've got to feel one more wicket, and we might be saying lights out to a successful Suburbs 2020 domestic season. But unfortunately they've just not been with the races today with the bat so far. Anyway, certainly not going to rule it out. I've seen stranger things. Played in a game where we took 8 wickets for 11 runs, G. Ended up winning the game by 1 run. It was a great day. Quickly onto it. Hitting the pad and an appeal for LBW, but not given from round the wicket. Will be pitching outside leg stump. Again, just tucked away down to long on. Singles, not the worst result for Suburbs, but not what they're after at this stage in their innings. Parnell will be more than happy with this.
yeah, one feels the Suburbs batsmen need to get bat on ball at minimum. 1 runner ball, hopefully pick up the odd boundary and take it deep. A little bit of pressure at the back end, anything can happen.
Yeah, run rate starting to creep up to around about 10 and over. Maybe around 9.6, 9.7 and over as we currently sit. Another single there tucked into the leg side. 4 runs from this over so far. Just the 3 runs coming from the previous over. Need to start build a little bit of momentum here, Suburbs, if they're going to launch a late attack at this total. Parnell will be more than as they sit right now. Quick hands from the wicketkeeper to finish the over. 4 runs coming from Parik's first over. 13 overs gone here at Cricket Club at Shore Road in the first of our 2 Men's Premier 2020 finals today. Parnell winning the toss and choosing to bat first. They posted 132 all out from the final delivery. And Suburbs here, 13 overs through. They are 68 for 6 and a long way back in this game for them.
And after a very productive spell from finding De Villiers into the wind, Josh Fisher replaces him. Trying to back it up, collect a few more wickets down this end. We might see that short ball being used again. It was very effective. It has been very effective for the seam attack.
5 men out of the ring here. We've got 2 men back straight, long on and long off. We've got a man out at deep cover. 3rd man's in the ring, fine leg back on the rope, a deep square leg. And he's cleaned him up. He's gone straight through him. Johnny Bassett-Graham turns away in disgust at the non-striker's end. But Dane Watson has been clean bowled, looking to go big over mid-wicket, and he's lost his off-stump. Key moment again in this game. And Graham, you have to feel that's probably the last nail in the coffin for Suburbs.
Yeah, again, perhaps the batsman was also thinking about that short ball. His feet didn't go. Josh Fisher on the money there, attacking that off stump.
cleans them up. And now we're going to need something very special from the lower order here.
New man in for Suburbs, batting at number 9, wearing 25 on his shirts, Carl Brunger. Bowled very well with the ball, fantastic first 2 overs and an exceptional final over that went for just 3 runs and a hat-trick of run-outs as well. First time I've ever seen that in my cricket days. But again, knowing him from his time at North Shore, he certainly can bat. He's definitely not a conventional tail ender, that's for sure. He certainly can strike the ball, but they'll need a lot from him here. Time running out here at Shore Road for Suburbs. As the sun sets behind us, the lights are going out on this Suburbs 2020 domestic campaign. Parnell just 3 wickets away from making it to their first Eden Park Outer Oval final for several years now. And you have to say, going on the evidence of today's game so far, they thoroughly deserve it, G.
Yeah, we're not going to write anyone off, but they certainly have a very well-rounded attack. I'm not sure about the availability of the aces for next week's final. They certainly will bolster their side, both.
Who would Parnell have if the aces were available?
Corey Anderson, Will Somerville, Ben Horn,
Ben Horn.
Mark Chapman, Lockie Ferguson. A few names in there that.
A couple of reasonable cricketers in there, you might have heard of 1 or 2 of them. Certainly would spike some interest in the game if the aces were available for that.
Of course, the Aces starting their Ford Trophy campaign after today's final.
That one banged in short, and Johnny Bassett-Graham hooking that one away in front of square. Ollie Pringle out there on the deep square leg boundary had no chance. And a crucial boundary here for Suburbs. So another boundary here after losing the toss and being put into field. However, 74 for 8 after 14 overs. Picture speaks 1,000 words, Graham.
Absolutely, we knew the bowling lineup. It's full of attacking bowlers, a lot of quicks, high quality spin options, no holes there, and they were going to make it tough at their home ground. And they've come to the party today.
As we say that, an audacious reverse sweep. 3rd man up in the ring, switched his hands over, and he's whipped that away over 3rd man's head. That's run away, 1 bounce 4. Very Graham Beggin-esque, that shot.
High quality option that. Using the angle, using the wind, got a good piece of it. Fielder never stood a chance. Just a pity it didn't go all the way. Score update from Wellington. Firebirds currently 137 for 7. 3 overs left. Wasp predicting 160.
37 for 7, so a superb effort from the Aces, keeping down the fan favourites, the Firebirds. Of course, playing at their home ground in Wellington. The Aces, however, will be going in with full confidence after pulling off their fantastic victory the other night. That one just been pumped down the ground for another single. 5 runs from this over so far, 79 for 8. Suburbs sit here. Slight change of field. We've got a man out at deep backward square. Cow corner, long on, long off, and a man out at sort of cover, extra cover region. Still bowling round the wicket. Just tucking him up, bowling with quite good pace here. He's doing a fantastic job for his team. Every dot ball is sending that run rate skyrocketing. All the hopes now lying on the shoulders of Johnny Bassett-Graham, sitting at the non-striker's end here. And are they going to pinch a quick single? They are. Just down to third man, run down. 6 runs coming from the 15th over. Suburbs New Lynn moving on to 80 for 8, requiring another 53 to win from the final 5 overs. A run rate of just over 10 and over. It's time to go, G.
Yeah, as you said, Johnny Bassett-Graham's going to have to do something very special. He's going to need the help of his partner on the other end. But looking at Ollie Pringle getting ready at this end, it's not going to be very easy.
Where is Ronnie Hira when you need him? Honestly. Yeah, Ollie Pringle fantastically, very, very impressive with the new ball early on. Took the first 2 wickets in his first 2 overs. He's had a very good day all round. Runs with the bat, wickets with the ball. And now he's back to try and polish this innings off for his home side. Fantastic all-round cricketer. He's doing a wonderful job for his side here today. Full of a length, drilled away. That's nicely worked over extra cover. It's not going to reach the boundary. It's a long way out there, but he's kept it down to 2, throwing himself off his feet out there. Man, a long off running round. Every one of these runs crucial here at this stage for Suburbs. He's got a man out at long on, long off as well. He's staying out. Man at deep cover, third man, fine leg coming up, and deep square going back. Ollie Pringle here steaming in again. Big swing of the blade. Swing and a miss. I think Graham Beggan's point earlier about simply getting bat on ball. Surely having Johnny Bassett-Graham on strike has got to be #1 priority for Suburbs here.
Yep, the batsman on strike just needs to get Johnny Bassett-Graham to face the balls as possible here. He's already
slapped that down the wide long on, but he's picked it up well, thrown it in over the top of the stumps at the bowler's end. And it's been another run out. 9 wickets down now, Suburbs. The end is nigh. And the end is nigh also for Howick Pakuranga, our reigning champions in the domestic men's Premier 2020 competition. Takapuna posting 163 for 6 on their home ground at the Onawa Domain. Howick in reply 99 for 7 just at the start of the 16th over.
Takapuna very strong at home, much like what we're seeing out here at Shore Road today. Parnell Cricket Club doing the job.
Takapuna using 6 bowlers in their innings. All 6 bowlers picking up a wicket and a run out as well from Van Vuren. 30 from Barnard, 23 from Morrison, but very little from the rest of the team. Centurion from 2 years ago in the final, Grobbelaar going for just 10. Takapuna Cricket Club well on top in the second semi-final, and in the first semi-final very close to the end here. The end is nigh for Suburbs New Lynn. They're 9 down for 85. Still another 48 runs required for victory from this final wicket pair. Johnny Bassett-Graham still there, not out. He's going to have to do it all himself, and he loses his off-stump big reverse sweep, trying to whip that one away for 4, and it's crept under his bat. It has bowled him, and that seals the deal on a fantastic all-round performance here from the home side Parnell Cricket Club. Congratulations to them. They make it to their first final for several years in this domestic 2020 competition. They have been thoroughly the better side here in a glorious evening here in Auckland, Parnell, as the team stands. Johnny Bassett-Graham, a valiant effort at the end of the innings, but Suburbs have fallen 48 runs short of a below par score from the home side. Parnell winning the toss, batting first, posting 132 all out from their 20 overs, and they have cleaned up Suburbs New Lynn for just 85 midway through the 17th over. Graham Beggan, this has been a thoroughly thoroughly convincing performance from the home side.
It was a very tight first half of the game. Good contest between bat and ball. The Parnell batsmen had to work really hard for the runs, but they applied themselves. Some good partnerships. Suburbs didn't go away, kept taking wickets, but the bowling attack from the Peaches just proved too strong, and perhaps the Suburbs batting lineup just short 1 or 2 players and some crucial wickets from their experienced players, really stemming them back there a little bit.
So G, as the teams shake hands on what has been a fantastic first semi-final here at Parnell Cricket Club, I'm normally the one that has to do this, but I'm happy to hand the reins over to you. Can we have a man of the match from today's game, please?
Put me on the spot. I'm going to go with Ollie Pringle. I thought in a very impressive opening spell with the ball and some big sixes at the end after a bit of luck, but one of the few players that was able to find the boundary and really push that score out to that 130 mark, and then once again put the pressure on the Suburbs batsmen with the ball. Exceptional effort and well deserved.
Fantastic. Couldn't have said it better myself. Ollie Pringle, you are the Auckland Cricket Man of the Match from the first Men's Premier 2020 semi-final here at Parnell Cricket Club. The home side of the winners, they've put themselves a place in Monday the 27th final at the Eden Park Outer Oval. They will be joined by either Takapuna Cricket Club or Howick Pakuranga. That second semi-final is still going on, but a thoroughly convincing win from the home side here. I've been Elliot Corbell in association with Auckland Cricket. Thank you very much for joining me on the comms today. Graham Beggin. I hope you've all enjoyed it watching at home wherever you've been around the world, and make sure you tune in for the final Monday the 27th of January at the Eden Park Outer Oval. Don't miss it. It's going to be a great game. Good luck to our aces down at the Basin Reserve down in Wellington. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time for more 2020 action.